Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. It is wonderful to see you this Sunday evening. If you're new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and go ahead and make any requests that you happen to have for your personal well-being. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. And after that, I'm going to send some distance Reiki to all of you. So if you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance session or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all of my social media and my email newsletter. So let's go ahead, say hi to everybody, dive on in, and did want to say hello Blair. I got your email. Lots of love to you, Blair, and your family. So when you see this, thank you. It meant a lot to read that. So let's go ahead in and say our hellos. Awesome. Well, there we go. I knew I caught Gertie up on the desk. I didn't know how badly she would have knocked the camera sideways. Let's see. So in the center there is our usual mirror, which helps to deflect any negative energy. And right here is a copper spiral. Copper helps to break up energy blockages, get the optimal flow of energy going. And this will serve as the center of our grid today. And as usual, the jewelry is made by my friend the jeweler, Jane Tice. You can find her on Etsy at High Art, Highghat. I should put that in the comments too, or in the description rather. So still not still, my heart is totally with you. All the love, and I think somebody is bringing you love. I'm sorry. Sorry I can't bring you your cat, but I can bring you a Teddy. Did you bring Purrs? Did you bring the Purrs? No, you're like, hey. They're very sad. I was distracted teaching all weekend, so they're like, you played with us less. Yes. So I'm so sorry, hon. I'm glad you're here. I'm happy to support you any way I can. I'm happy to send you lots of purr love. And yeah, let's dive in. So we've got Jenny, Ninja4858, Tabby T, Key and Patty, Jenny, Jennifer, Flower, Renee, Vicky, welcome. Oh, nice. And I skipped a few people up top. I know I saw Chris, Joanna. Oh, good stuff. Okay, so lots of love to all of you. Let's start taking in some requests. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we will take in some requests now, so. Oh, my goodness, poor Lulu. Oh, man. Yeah, strings and thread are the worst things for animals to get a hold of. Oh, man. Okay. So, let's see. Let's bring in some grief love and some emotional pickup for Still Not Still. Let's bring in my favorite emotional first aid stones. So, we've got bloodstone, we've got blue calcite, and green onyx. Green onyx is excellent for just broken heart, loneliness, grief, all of those things. It's even when you just are emotionally shut down, this is one that can help you to, it's very soothing for the heart center, and it helps you to kind of get that grief out. It's like a big broad shoulder to cry on in a sense. It helps too with making decisions and moving forward, even though you're probably don't want to. You know, it's when dealing with grieving and things, it's strange how always when we're in the worst state is when we need to make the biggest decisions. Or maybe that's just me. Let's go ahead and bring this in. So that's green onyx. Next is blue calcite. This helps with soothing emotional pain, and it's wonderful for helping with the pain that you can't quite verbalize. Also helps to bring a lot of revelations and clarity that can be really healing, and it's another one that can help you to make decisions when you're otherwise not in a great place to do so. This is one that can be soothing for the throat chakra in expressions of grief. So that is blue calcite. And bloodstone, which also goes by the name heliotrope. This is good for not just emotional overwhelm, but definitely that. So here we go. So there is bloodstone, aka heliotrope. This is green with hits of red. This supports the root chakra. Any kind of emotional stuff that is also paired with just feeling like the rug's been pulled out from under you. This is really good for it. Also helps to just in general, like you mentioned despair, like this is a good lifter of despair. It gives a lot of emotional like stamina to go through like even a long-term kind of emotional pain. It helps to relieve self-doubt. It also helps to quiet the mind when you're meditating. So lots of love to you. And let's see what else is there. We are here. Hopefully that mind gets changed again. Yeah. Oh, you're purring now? Okay, good stuff. Hey, Kath, good to see you. Good stuff. I will get to everybody's request before we get into the healing, so no worries. I'm going to start by bringing in a bunch of Chris's requests. Good to see you. So let's see what we got. Sorry. Emerald, leopard skin, carnelian, sapphire, Super 7. Okay. All right, cool. Let's start there. So Super 7 is a real powerhouse when it comes to intuition, regardless of how you kind of connect with your intuition, whether it's through clairvoyance and your spiritual sight or just knowing or hearing. This will really help support it. It's also really strong when it comes to working towards like larger plans and goals, helping to keep you on course towards those goals. Great for strengthening your energy field or aura, and helpful for inner harmony and peace. Lovely too for any kind of past life healing, karmic factors, and healing the earth and ecology. So that is Super 7. So here we go. Next is Sapphire. This one is also a really strong crystal of intuition, particularly like channeling and mediumship. This is a stone that helps you to connect with your guides and your angels especially. Wonderful for bringing about speedy justice type resolutions. Wonderful for the thyroid, eyes, and ears. It's thought helpful for individuals with dementia as well as those who care for and about them. And it's also really just wonderful in general for any kind of energy channeling practices. So we will bring in this beautiful sapphire. And this is what it looks like right out of the ground. Awesome. Carnelian is really helpful for relationships. This is very connected with the sacral chakra, which is beneath the navel and is associated with this beautiful color orange. That's everything having to do with relationships, as well as how you relate to the world, but also your close, intimate relationships. It also covers things like fertility, sexuality, and it's also really helpful for attracting love. This one too is very helpful for creativity, which is actually in that sacral chakra as well. So there we go. That is carnelian. Emerald is really helpful for healing the skin and tissue. And it can be lovely for like basically bringing back your or raising your self-esteem, especially about your appearance, especially about things that you may have been teased about or picked on about, or things that you're particularly sensitive about. This is also a really helpful stone when it comes to upper respiratory anything, whether it's a cold or upper respiratory infection. This can be very helpful. Even allergies too. So that is emerald. And leopard skin jasper helps to heal our beautiful animal companions. It also helps us to connect to our animal guides and guardians. On the human level, it's wonderful for anything impacting the skin, as well as coordination and balance. And this is yet another stone of helping to attract some beautiful romance. So that is leopard skin jasper. Awesome. And I'm going to grab one more from this for now. And then I'm going to work yours in as we continue to go through. So let's bring in some black obsidian. This will also help still not still. So black obsidian, Apache tear. Apache tears are small, untumbled black obsidian. This is close to that. These are small, tumbled black obsidian. This is exceptional for processing deep emotional pain, but even more so for like trauma, whether that's fresh trauma or old trauma that has been reactivated and feels quite new. It's excellent for grief, and it's also very, very protective, spiritually and psychically, but also protective from things like spite and gossip and that kind of behavior. Wonderful too for helping to deal with blocked grief. Like if you feel like, hey, I feel like that grief is in there and I just kind of can't access it. This is a beautiful stone to work with that. And again, that is black obsidian or Apache tear. Okay. Awesome. And I'm going to keep working through those. Thank you for being here. It's wonderful to see you. And yeah, definitely something for your friend Mark's dog. So leopard skin jasper, very helpful for animals. We'll also bring in desert rose selenite, which is another one that helps with supporting animal healing and wellness. It's also thought to be helpful for men's health too. Desert rose selenite helps with those big life changes and big goals and dreams that you're working towards, helps you to continue to work towards them without getting frustrated, helps too with redefining ourselves and even with remaining in school if you're finding it challenging, helps too with upset stomach and skin problems including acne and eczema. Wonderful too for fighting viruses and also with finding a place to live, as well as the paperwork that has to do with that, especially if it's paperwork around property. Whether that's like a lease or a mortgage or whatever it might be for you. So that is desert rose selenite. Okay. And for flower, mobility and fear and staying in the present moment. You got it. Hey T, good to see you. Dara, welcome back. Lila Ray, good to see you too. Awesome. So let's give some support to flower, fear, staying present, and mobility. So polychrome jasper is coming for us. Polychrome jasper is lovely for reinvigorating our soul's passion for things. If you feel like you've just sort of lost your grip on motivation and you're just sort of really struggling to get up, get moving, and get working towards those goals, this can be really, really helpful. It also helps with encouraging physical movement, especially in the lower body. It's great for joints. It's great for encouraging you to want to move around and having mobility to do so. So I hope that this brings you some love and support. And there we go. Bring in some Herkimer for staying in the present moment. Herkimer diamond also helps us to better connect with spirit. We can better connect with intuition. It helps to boost our manifesting. Lovely for relaxation as well as balancing really unbalanced energies and helping to with not just intuition, but also on the physical level, very much so with metabolism. So let's go ahead and do, let's do this. Our grids have been running large lately, so I'm trying to make sure I leave lots of room. Can we see it at all? Yeah, we can. Okay. And for releasing fear, we've got some ruby. Ruby helps with definitely with releasing fear, but also with courage. The courage to help you to be your true authentic self. And it's great too for supporting leadership skills. Helpful too for fibromyalgia pain, for love, for fertility, and for stopping nightmares too. This is one too that can help with making decisions. It can also be really helpful if you're working towards financial stability, if that's a goal. Then ruby is a great friend. Although, when you say, oh, ruby is good for making good financial decisions and good decisions in general, and yeah, it is, including the decision to buy ruby, which may or may not be a good financial decision. But yeah, when you get them raw like this, they can be a lot more affordable. And this is a raw ruby. This hasn't been cut or polished. This wouldn't be like, high, fine jewelry quality stone. But to us, it's a beautiful stone. It doesn't need to be sparkle quality. But I really hope that that helps you. And it's good to see you. Lots of love to you and Little Tree and your whole crew. Really good to see you. And for Ninja 4858, something to open your heart to understanding and courage in love. To believe in magic again. Ooh, that's a good one. Opening your heart to understanding, courage, and love. Gotcha. So these are what kind of popped up. So the first one that came to mind, especially for opening your heart to understanding and courage and things, to Crazy Lace Agate. This helps with lots of courage and confidence. It's great for just balance as well. Helps too with protection. It's really helpful for the heart chakra as well as the solar plexus, which is your center of self, and wonderful for physical energy and it helps support the skin, eyes, and speech, as well as connection to if one of your guides is spider, this will be helpful. But this is a really loving and uplifting stone. It's got like a very maternal kind of vibe, kind of like a tribal mama kind of vibe. This is a stone that can really help with quite a bit of that. Not quite all of it, but definitely a lot. The courage, the confidence, and the compassion together, I think, are really helpful. So that is Crazy Lace Agate. Next is Kambaba Jasper, or Kambaba Stone. And this is actually fossilized blue-green algae. This is really helpful for courage and confidence as well. And it's also helpful for connection to the earth and ecology, healing the earth and ecology, great for connection with plants. It helps with mental focus, learning languages, and it aids meditation. Also aids in like finding errors in a lot of data. I think that this can really help with that kind of grounding connection to earth and things around it. I feel like the courage and confidence too in this could be really helpful for you. So that's Kambaba Stone. And for believing in magic, I have two. First one I want to bring in is Fuchsite. Something that can really help with like shaking off that kind of like energy of the old, like to open up your heart and things. Fuchsite is really helpful for just embracing fun for the sake of fun, and that can be really rejuvenating. This can help you to release a lot and also help you to kind of bring in that belief in magic. It'll create some room for playfulness. This is lovely stone for doing any kind of inner child work too. It helps with not only encouraging play, but also spinal alignment and sleep issues. So that is Fuchsite. So I hope that this helps with the fun aspect. I think that, especially with believing in magic again, I feel like the first thing that came to mind when I read that was Moonstone. So not only does this attract love, but it helps us to reconnect and recalibrate with the cycles of nature, especially the moon cycles. And it's really helpful for accepting divine timing and protecting women, protecting travelers too. Helps with access and understanding of old, like sacred healing traditions and sacred spiritual traditions. Wonderful too for intuition in general. So if anything is going to help you with like to believe in magic again and kind of believe in the magical side of life again, it's probably going to be a moonstone thing. Moonstone additionally is, in addition to being like a very feminine type stone, this is a stone that I often think of in relationship to the High Priestess and the tarot. It's like inner wisdom kind of energy. Well, let's see. Ooh, that was backwards. So that is Moonstone. But that can be Moonstone can be a very powerful healer. There we go. And there we go. So awesome. I hope that helps. Lots of love to you, Ninja4858. Cool. Hey, Natalie. Is Crazy Lace the same as Blue Lace? No, they're different actually. Crazy Lace can be a bunch of different colors all together. Like this is another image of Crazy Lace. And Blue Lace is just like super light blue. It's that. So they have some complementary aspects, but Blue Lace Agate is more for like a expression of pain and things that get kind of stuck in your throat, things that are hard to express. But I feel like they're very much complementary in certain circumstances. But it's good to see you, most importantly. And T, it's good to see you. Catherine, good to see you. Okay, so let's go into Patty and Key's requests. So, red tiger eye, chevron amethyst, we have green onyx in there already. Let's bring in sugilite. So let's start by diving in with Epidote. This one helps with getting over illness and helping to heal up after an injury. Wonderful for the brain as well as self-talk. If you tend to talk down to yourself, if that's something you're struggling with and you're trying to like redirect yourself, this is a lovely one to help break that habit. Wonderful too for the skin and nervous system. So that is Epidote. Next is sugilite, which greatly aids our connection to spirit and kind of collective consciousness, if you will. This is unity consciousness. This is the awareness that we are all interconnected. What we put into the universe, we put back into ourselves. This is a high level of spiritual awakening and understanding. So that's sugilite. Smoky quartz helps with protection. It helps to transmute or fundamentally change energy for the better. Really helpful with calming and bringing worry down as low as possible. Great too for energy blocks, and it's been used since at least the Middle Ages to prevent theft. Helpful too for remaining hopeful even in uncertainty, and it's great for chronic pain and flexibility of body and mind. So this will also help. Flower. Oop. Okay, and chevron amethyst helps us to connect to spirit. It really helps with clairvoyance. If you do any kind of visual component or things like shamanic journeying to connect with spirit, this is a great one to help you with that. Also helps to boost anything you're manifesting. It's thought really helpful for degenerative diseases and also tolerance of others. So let's bring in some chevron amethyst. Red tiger eye is highly protective. This is good for bullies and like nasty, malevolent spiritual workings alike. So whether it's like a psychic attack meant that way or just sort of happened, or it's someone at the office starting some rumors about you, anything in between, this is thought really helpful. And that is red tiger eye. This is also a lovely stone if you need to manifest money in a hurry. Red tiger eye is a lovely ally to work with for that. So there we go. There we go. Awesome. And let's get some zebra jasper. And some septarian. Zoisite. And labradorite. And I'll keep working through and work the rest in as we go. So zoisite is really helpful for letting go of negativity and just not great energy. It also helps us to reconnect with the earth and ecology. That can help us to in a way, rebalance ourselves from the inside. Wonderful too for moving past apathy and sluggishness, and really helpful for moving through any obstacles, blockages, or challenges. If you tend towards procrastination, especially if that happens when you have a long to-do list and you just sort of get overwhelmed, Zoisite can be really helpful with that too. So that is Zoisite. Septarian is lovely for the center of self and for really emotional growth, emotional maturity, processing really deep old hurt that's been impacting us in ways that we might not even realize, including with habits, with behaviors, with beliefs that we might not even realize we have. This is a helpful stone to go and find those things and be vulnerable enough to see them and learn from them and release them. Helpful too for strengthening your sense of self, and great too for muscle pain, muscle spasms, and for skin wounds. So that is Septarian. Okay. Awesome. Let's see. There we go. Labradorite helps with clairvoyance, and that's our spiritual sight. It also helps with seeing all of the different aspects of information. So if you have a lot of information in front of you and you're looking for errors, or if you have like a needle in a haystack type challenge, Labradorite can really, really aid that. Great too for calming disputes and creating workplace harmony. Great too for enjoying travel. But yeah, anything that you need to do a lot of detailed attention for, Labradorite can be really helpful. It's one of the stones that I recommend is helpful for studying. So there we go. So that is Labradorite. There we go. And Zebra Jasper, another gift to us from Chris. Zebra Jasper helps with just stress and overwhelm. Really helpful for even when you're like really, we've all been there. Maybe we haven't, but we probably have. When you just feel so overwhelmed and so stressed that it's almost like you can't even speak up for yourself because you're so overwhelmed. This helps with that and bolsters your ability to stand up for yourself too. It helps too with taking initiative, as well as enlivening some optimism, and gets you from out of being maybe stuck in a rut. Helpful too for just really feeling empowered, and great too for bone disorders, or so it's thought. But yeah, let's bring in some Zebra Jasper. Let's actually bring in a little bit more. Let's go. There we go. So that is Zebra Jasper. And thank you. And I will keep putting the rest of those in. And thank you for those requests. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Sister Sheba. It was good to see you all this weekend. And Reiki 1. Oh, thank you so much for saying I'm a good teacher. I appreciate that. It was awesome connecting with you and having you in the class. Oh, epidote. Yeah, so Timothy, it is epidote, and you did spell it correctly. We are the sky in which all clouds come and go, and we are also the clouds. Beautifully said, Timothy. Oh, that's beautiful, Natalie. Oh, you're welcome so much, Ninja. Awesome. I will get to everybody's requests before we dive into the healing. Healing for animals, dogs. So many animal injuries today. Don't you two go getting any ideas. As it is, I've had to take them to vets on an emergency basis twice because they were being loud in the litter box, I thought, oh, they must have a blockage or something. No. They're dramatic poopers. They're just very dramatic. And here I'm thinking, oh my goodness, something's wrong. Running them into the shelter when I was fostering them, and then once running them to a paid vet, like, something's wrong. They made these horrible noises in the litter box. Nothing wrong with them. Just dramatic. And it's both of them. They sing me the song of their people when they're in there. But yeah, so many. So we've got the 2 good animal healing crystals in there already. But let's see. It's an eye injury, so let's bring in a crystal for eyes. Mediumship, intuition, spiritual learning. Ooh, spiritual career path changes. Oh, good stuff. So for the dog's eye injury, we have all the good doggy stones. Sapphire helps with eyes, as does aventurine. So aventurine also helps us to expand our vision of our soul's potential. Helps us to see that we are far more capable than we think we are. Helps too with heart rhythms, allergies, and fertility. So that is green aventurine. So let's bring that in. And for mediumship, intuition, we've got some good ones in there for that. We've got Super 7 is really helpful for that, as is Sapphire. And learning and spiritual learning. Pre-night helps to create a space for good spiritual learning, whether you're teaching or learning. Helps also to stand up for yourself and refuse unfair demands. It's wonderful too for wandering mind, especially during meditation or energy work. And it also helps with intuition, and especially things like lucid dreaming, any kind of divination. So that is pre-night, Prehnite. So we'll bring that in. So that hits a couple of notes. And a career path change. Gotcha. Spiritual learning, exploring career path changes. So let's do... Let's do lapis for that. Lapis helps with career opportunities, especially upward mobility in your career. But it's also one that helps with communicating with truth and honesty. It helps to support everything in integrity. This is follow through with things that you've promised, or owning up to commitments, personal responsibility. It aids disorganization, and it helps with vertigo and hearing loss as well. It's also a good one for pain and inflammation. So let's bring in lapis. So that will not hurt either. So I hope that all of that helps, Tabs. Good to see you. Okay, cool. Oh, you're exhausted from vending at an event, Jen? Oh yeah, just go ahead and get that sleep. Let me know what I can do. Intentions, financial freedom. I love that. Pain and inflammation. Well, we just did pain and inflammation. Well, Jen is hopefully laying down and sleeping by now. So let's do financial freedom. Jennifer Vatsa owns a business. It's Belladonna's Botanicals, if you want to Google that. And a lovely stone of calling customers to a business is cinnabar. Cinnabar is just the red in this specimen. It's mercury, so definitely be careful with it. It's super toxic. It's usually sold more like this nowadays, where just these little red dots are the actual mercury. The rest is quartz. Quartz helps to boost the energy of a stone, and so it's also just less of the potential toxin. But yeah, this has been used by humans for thousands of years, and during much of that time, this has been understood to be a merchant stone to pull those customers in. It also is great for just every kind of financial abundance and financial growth, especially for entrepreneurs. So I'm going to bring this in. So that is cinnabar. And so that'll help with financial freedom. Pain and inflammation. Do we have another pain and inflammation? Of course we do. And it's one that Chris requested too. So this is beautiful malachite. Malachite helps with not only pain and inflammation, but also insomnia. It helps us to deeply process painful emotions so we can move on and let go of the past. Helpful too for connection with Archangel Raphael, which was a request, and great for dealing with phobias and connecting with Archangel Raphael. There we go. So that is malachite. All the best to you, Jen. All the best. Vicky, oh, strength to keep your chin up with 2 coworkers who've been trying to keep you down. Oh, that's the worst. Have been doing good so far, just getting emotionally exhausted. Gotcha. Red tiger eye, which is in here, is very helpful for that. It really kind of keeps that at bay. There's also, let's see. Aquamarine will help with that. Black obsidian. I think that's good. Oh. And there's one that Patty requested that could be helpful here too. So let's bring that in. So aquamarine. So the first stone I would have put in is the red tiger eye. So that's already there. Aquamarine is really helpful for kind of keeping bullying at bay. It's helpful for may justice prevail kinds of things, but also, so like may the truth come out, but also it helps with deflecting pettiness and spite and those kinds of behaviors. Definitely the anti-Karen, but also with forgiveness too. It kind of just brings in that vibe of tamping down the immature stuff and boosting up the mature behavior. Also helps with circulation throughout the body. So that is aquamarine. Here, let's bring this down so you can see it. Black onyx is really helpful for grounding, and it's also wonderful for fear and anxiety, but it's also really, really protective. It's especially protective in regards to boosting your self-esteem and relieving the self-doubt, which can definitely come up when it's like a chronic issue. You almost start internalizing it. Also helpful specifically for protecting against anyone that would play mind games, which, I mean, it sounds like at least close to what they're doing, if not part of what they're doing. So that is black onyx. And I'm also going to bring in some pink kunzite. Oh, actually, you know what? I think there's a different one I actually want to bring in. Hang on. Also, labradorite will be helpful. That can help with harmonizing a workspace too. But blue kyanite, one of the things that this can help with is general healing shifts and changes in life, but also harmonizing spite, pettiness, and that kind of behavior directed at you. It's wonderful too for radical self-acceptance, as well as certain types of neurological care and understanding the spiritual messages we get. So if you have a hard time understanding the dreams you get or the cards you pull or anything like that, it's like, I'm getting the message, but I don't understand it. Blue kyanite is a stone to reach for. So there we go. And I'm going to bring this in because Patty also requested it. And this is pink kunzite. This is wonderful for compassion, love, healing the heart center, healing a broken heart. Lovely for hormones, for chemical sensitivities and allergies, and for nerve pain, as well as mother-baby bonding, helping sleepless babies, helping new moms adjust to their role. But it's also really good for toxic bosses. You didn't mention boss, but I'm sure it's not going to hurt to bring this in. It can only have a good impact there. So that is pink kunzite. Okay, so all the best to you. I hope work gets better. Yeah, working with lousy coworkers who have it out for you is the worst. Family, friends, health, and palliative care for the tumor. And I know Sister Sheba also requested something similar. So this is rutilated quartz. These rutils, or like those little kind of hair-like features in there, those help to direct and focus energy. This can help to focus the mind. It's also great for, or so it's theorized that when you're getting any kind of healing, this is going to be helpful to direct that energy to where it will most be helpful. So it's long been considered a gift that one would give someone who has cancer. It's also really helpful for giving you a boost of energy when you're really run down, which is another reason it could be good for that. But also, this is a great stone if you are just getting over being sick and you really need a little boost in energy. So that is rutilated quartz. So I'm going to go ahead and put one here. And there. So all the best to you there. We've got all the good animal stones. Let's do serpentine, blue apatite, snowflake obsidian, jet, and malachite. And we've got malachite, and that also does, for actually muscle pain, septarian's really helpful with that. So snowflake obsidian helps with things like releasing guilt. Oop, Hattie is super interested in snowflake obsidian. Here, you want to play with a piece? This also helps with clairaudience. That's the spiritual hearing that we have. It's wonderful for, like I said, releasing guilt, but also for noticing patterns that are holding us back. Helpful for body, mind, and spirit balance and harmony, and great for calming overstimulation. It's also one that's wonderful for hope after any kind of loss, and you've had quite a bit of loss. And it is lovely for just inner peace and serenity. So that is snowflake obsidian. Was I boring you, Miss Hattie? Hair is so frizzy today. It's because the whole house has static. Okay, so blue apatite helps us to have a more healthy relationship with food. This can include weight loss if that's a goal. It also can just be shifting the relationship you have with food on a more fundamental level, or shifting your diet for any reason. Helpful too for knowledge about, like wisdom about your soul purpose, discovering what it is if you're not sure already, and helping give you the courage to act upon that. Wonderful for inner peace and harmony, and also for strengthening our energy field. If you're someone who is empathic, meaning that you very readily feel and respond to the energy of others, this can really help, especially long term, for helping strengthen that area where that energy can enter in. Jet is exceptional for grief. It helps you to process really deep grief without getting like stuck in the wallowing. Helps too with protection, especially against like paranormal stuff, the evil eye, that kind of thing. And it can also help anyone that is close to someone who's soon to cross over, or any kind of hospice situation, whether it's with a human or an animal companion. So that is jet. Oop. Here I am making a mess. There we go. Serpentine, as Jenny mentioned, is helpful for blood sugar, diabetes, hypoglycemia. It's also thought to help with things like calcium and magnesium deficiency. Wonderful too for muscle weakness and for rashes, eczema. Some folks do use this too for things like trance meditations. So that is serpentine. So let's go ahead and bring this in. There we go. Awesome. Lots of love to you and your family. I know you're really going through it too. Let's see, Jenny, living in the moment and making it bright and memorable. Strength and emotional vulnerability. Oh, that's beautiful. Strength and emotional vulnerability would be septarian, which is right here. Living in the present moment is very much Herkimer diamond, which is right here. That's beautiful. Kath, we have intentions. Raising your energy and vibration. Oh, you're dealing with chronic fatigue. I'm sorry. Coping with brain fog, depression, fostering excitement and happiness. So let's do... I think this will complement Jenny's request too. Let's bring in some picture jasper. This helps to encourage like new adventure and new ventures. This can also be good for like starting a business. So picture jasper helps to like have really expansive vision about the future, kind of like turbocharges your brainstorming of what's possible in the future. It's a wonderful thing to bring in when you're brainstorming what to do next. Helpful for seeing the big picture and also for like big time moves or big time travel, whether you're seeing cultures that speak other languages or live very differently. This really kind of favors that. It's just that you're open to new experiences with this one. This is also a great one for quitting smoking too. And I know a lot of you are working on that this year. So that is picture jasper. For mental clarity, the rutilated quartz that we just put in is really helpful, as is bumblebee jasper. So let's bring in bumblebee jasper. So this is great for mental focus and also for motivation and decision making. Wonderful too for empowering manifestation, like really boosting what you're working on. And it helps with positivity, confidence, and boosting this idea of let's get the work done, let's get the things done. It helps to balance yin and yang energies in the body as well. Definitely be careful with this one. It does have large amounts of arsenic and sulfur. So that is bumblebee jasper. And raising your energy too. I'm going to say, let's bring in shungite. This can be a real like deep, clear, deep cleanse, which helps us to kind of lift and boost out of that. It helps with releasing stress, emotional pain, and energy blocks. It's almost like a deep, deep clean of the energy field. It also helps to protect from geopathic stress and electromagnetic frequencies if you're someone who happens to be sensitive to those. And it also helps with tissue repair and physical recovery. So I'm hoping that this helps on all of those levels. So that is shungite. Shungite might even be in your water filtration system. It also absorbs things out of water that we would be best served not to drink or not to ingest. So I hope that that helps, Kath. It's good to see you and lots of love. And oh, do I hear a kitty? Hey, you. We're grateful for you too, Still Not Still. Traveling home and would like some good energy? Awesome, we can do that. There's also some good stones for travel. So we've got moonstone in there, which is great for travelers, but let's bring in some tourmalinated quartz. Yes, Hattie? Hello. Tourmalinated quartz is literally black tourmaline inside of quartz, and black tourmaline helps to repel negative energy. In a stone like this, it really breaks it up. Tourmalinated quartz can be in any kind, like color of quartz. It helps too with breaking up like old stuck emotional pain, especially from childhood, so that it makes it easier to like process it. Helpful too for grounding and releasing nervous energy. Wonderful for new revenue streams, manifesting a new job, a new side hustle or gig. And it's great too for fortune, luck, and protection while traveling. So that's the stone that is tourmalinated quartz. Yeah, Hattie, what you doing? Oh, you brought the purrs. Very lovely. all the good travel energy to you, Dara. Safe travels. Oh, Eva's doing well. She's playing in the park. She has a boo-boo on her nose. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that she's playing again. That's such a good sign. Thank you for telling us. T, intentions, healing for a bruised foot, sleep support, staying on task this week, and writing inspiration. Let's do some blue tiger eye. This can be really helpful for calm and easing stress, but it really helps empower writing and speaking, especially speaking our truths. It's a great like whistleblower truth teller stone. If you have to say something that the people are not going to like, but it's the truth, this is the stone. It can help you with bringing that out and like almost like projecting your speech or words farther. But yeah, this can be lovely for writing too. It favors bold communication, and it's also very much connected with teachers. What are you doing, Miss Hattie? Do you want to purr in the microphone? Is that what you're doing? Here. Yeah, I was going to use those. So next is sodalite. This helps with expression. And that absolutely includes like whatever you're expressing in writing, but also verbally performed, dance, sung, however you express yourself, this supports it. It helps too with relieving menopause symptoms, coming to terms with aging. It's lovely for grounding impulses and very, very helpful for dealing with homesickness. So that is sodalite. And staying on task, normally I would say rutilated quartz or bumblebee jasper. But we've got those covered. Let's see. Let's do chrysoprase. This can help with follow through. So I think this will help. This is also really helpful when it comes to overcoming disappointment and for picking up the pieces after any kind of loss. Also pivots. If it's like, well, okay, this didn't work out the way I wanted it to, now what? This helps you to kind of dust yourself off and also to soothe yourself with whatever, hopes may have been lost. So that is chrysoprase. So that definitely helps with follow through. And do we have another one for sleep support? We've got malachite and labradorite that both help sleep. And let's also bring in azurite because this is good for creativity. And this was requested, I think, by Patty. So azurite brings in lots of creativity, and it's really helpful for connection to your spiritual side with connection to insight and intuition. It helps to let go of worry and indecision. Wonderful for gaining connection to your spirit guides and being able to learn from them. Helpful too for dissolving energy blockages and obstacles in your way. Helpful for calming the mind when you are meditating. Great for muscle spasms, whether it's big muscle spasms or the smaller uncontrolled ones like tics, and spinal alignment too. So let's bring in azurite, this beautiful azure blue. So there we go. So that should help. And for the bruised foot, we have a couple of good ones for injury, but I'm sure we still have more. Yeah, I think we got all of our really good, like, wound healing kind of things. Oh, you know what else helps physical healing? Is aragonite. So this helps with, a lot of times we deal with this one for emotional healing and for being able to kind of actualize our path forward. It's very connected with the root and the earth star chakra. Earth star chakra helps us to start to take steps and feel empowered on our soul's path, like actually walking the walk. But it's also really good for relieving stress held in the body as tension, for healing tissue, and also for balancing hormones, clearing the energy centers, and calming an overactive mind. It's also deeply grounding. So let's see where we can place you. And you. So I hope that that helps with your foot. And I think that's just a general good stone for all of us as it is. So, and then labradorite for sleep. So, and malachite for sleep. So lots of love to you this week. I hope that that helps. Hey, Shellbell. Oh, good stuff. You're welcome, Kath. Oh, lovely. Oh, I'm loving the conversations in the chat. And Creative Diva, it's good to see you. Okay. Oh, I'm glad that fits the bill tabs. Hey, Vincent, good to see you. Lee, good to see you. Which one was for traveling in a car and fear? So Natalie, I'm sorry, I just saw that now. Traveling in a car is moonstone. Fear is ruby. I hope that helps. Okay, and Catherine requesting something for money manifestation, creativity, protection, and a migraine. Okay, so citrine. We've got the creativity stones. I think we've got all of them. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Let's bring in red jasper for protection. We've got a lot of good protective stones in there, but this one I think is far more protective than most people realize. So red jasper helps with grounding as well, but also helps with empowerment, feeling stable, secure, and able to stand on your own 2 feet. And it can help with like asserting yourself. Helps with standing up to injustice and bullying. So this will actually be helpful for one of the requests we got earlier. Helps too with emotional support for like long-term illness or long-term recovery from things. And it's great for depression and fertility. So let's bring this in. Let's see. Yeah, let's bring that in here. So that's red jasper. It is very protective and it's very, very grounding. For abundance, let's bring in some citrine. Citrine helps to definitely call in the financial abundance and all the other things we need to survive and thrive. It helps to balance logic with intuition. It's lovely for fibromyalgia, addictions, compulsions, and making good financial decisions too. And let's go ahead and bring that in. Yeah. Hattie, that sounds like you. What's up? You skrinking? I can't play right now. I'm doing Reiki time. We'll play later. I promise, we plays. And for a migraine, pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline not only helps migraines and headaches in general, it also helps nerve pain, any kind of gynecologic health issues, mother-baby bonding, spinal injuries, and also breaking down a negative self-image so that you can start to rebuild a more positive one. So great to see you, Catherine. Lots of love. Oh, there's tea. So stone-wise. Okay, cool. So picture jasper's in there. Honey calcite. Blue tiger eye's in there. Amber. Tree agate. Tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda, the sister science of yoga, and it helps to balance body, mind, and spirit regardless of the imbalance or what's needed to bring it back in line. It helps to calm the physical nerves as well as emotional nerves. It's helpful for dissolving ego, finding inner peace, and to notice any habits and things that are holding you back. So that is tree agate. I would look at this as especially a full board physical healing stone, but also body, mind, and spirit healing stone. So that's tree agate. Amber helps with depression and seasonal affective issues. Also really helpful with attracting lasting love. This actually is another creativity stone that I forgot about. So this will definitely help with the creativity. It helps to soften any like rigid attitude so we can have a little bit better perspective. Helps with releasing emotional blocks, negativity, great for just general luck and protection. And even more interesting, this is a helpful one for any kind of mental health stuff you might be struggling with. It's thought to help with all number of things, just kind of general lightening the mood. And of course, as I say in every stream, everything I do here is complementary in nature. I don't do anything that's should replace any other treatment you're getting. I use mental health meds. I have no shame in it. You're all welcome here regardless of the decisions you make. And guess what? The crystals will support you. I will support you. This will complement just about anything. It won't replace anything though. So I'm glad that y'all are here and that we all get to hang out, support one another, and take care of ourselves so that we can keep on going. Honey calcite, really helpful for attracting the best people into our life right now that really balance with us. Helpful too for postmenopausal women, of which I am one, believe it or not. And it's great for optimism in really difficult times. So that is honey calcite. And all the rest are already in there. So good to see you, T. Helping children and women in very oppressive countries. Gotcha. Let's do for, you said specifically like poverty. So let's bring in pyrite and red coral is very protective of women, especially women who are being talked over or second-class citizened or oppressed in any way. Whether it's like trouble with like a misogyny at work or even worse, this can be very, very helpful. So I'm going to bring this in. It is a bigger stone, so I'm going to kind of put it down there for now. And pyrite for their abundance. So fool's gold brings out the real gold. It also helps to open up your intuition so that you can get the messages that you want to get while also protecting you so that it's like you can hear what you need to hear and not anything else. Wonderful too for the lungs, fever, memory, and information recall. And it's thought to help the body make the best use of Reiki energy. So let's go ahead and bring in pyrite. So that's a beautiful one. So thank you for requesting that. Stones for spasms and glioma. Spasms, we have a lot of good ones in here for spasms, especially septarian. But Serpentine helps too. So we've got muscle spasm. Glioma's covered with the rutilated quartz. And we have some other good healing stones. So I think we've got you covered, Sister Sheba, but let me know if there's anything else I can do. And it was wonderful having you in class this weekend. I'm so glad you were a part of it. And for Lee Nico, honey calcite, just did that. Something for ADHD, discipline, motivation, dream recall, better sleep, and more energy. We've gotten a lot of those. The synchronicity tonight is like everybody is just, I mean, between all of our animals needing love and support and everything else, it's just been, we are just so overlapping with intentions. Let's see, dream recall, that's Prehnite and blue kyanite. Better sleep is labradorite and malachite. Discipline and like holding yourself to account is definitely lapis, which is here. ADHD. And I feel like garnet can help too. So chalcopyrite or peacock ore, this helps with executive function. Executive function is like high level thinking and planning. And this can get really tripped up in cases of things like ADHD. Some folks with autism struggle with it. I struggle with it with complex PTSD. So this can be very, very helpful with that. It's also very helpful for rebirth or kind of reinvigorating and bringing a new version of yourself out there. Also helpful for literal birth. So it's a good one for anyone that's soon to become a parent. Garnet is really helpful too for kind of like planning and organization. It also gives us lots of practicality and creativity as well as courage. This is one that can help you kind of organize the most efficient way to get stuff done. So this will support executive function too. It also helps with finding balance in times of stress or change. So yeah, so whether you're taking a new look at old processes to make them better, or you have a whole new thing you need to do, garnet can really help you to set like the most efficient use of your time and things. So all the love in the world, Lee. It's good to see you. And we've definitely got you covered. Vincent, lots of love to you and Korakar. Let's see. Golden healer, absolutely. And circulation. So circulation. Golden healer. So this is the golden healer that was gifted to me by Vincent and Korakar. And these were the ones gifted by beautiful Chris. I feel like I want to actually get somebody else's take on this. So let's see what we got. So I'm checking love is in the earth. Nope, not in there. At least not under that name. Not in that one. Not there either. One more try. Aha! Okay. Thank you for waiting. So, according to Philip Permut in The Crystal Healer, Volume 2, Golden Healer, Golden Healer Quartz. Eases energy shifts and facilitates all emotional healing. Helps energy to flow through the meridians. Helps repair skin damage, sunburns, cuts, abrasions. Spiritual, emotional, good for self-healing, strengthening the aura, removing unhealthy blocks to lifestyle changes and patterns. Releases you from fear, past hurts, and self-judgment. And the feeling feeling isolated, ostracized. Attracts abundance and prosperity, good relationships, cutting ties with the past, cutting cords, emotional balance, self-esteem, rebirth, heals rooms that have been holding traumatic energy. That's a lot of awesome things. We need to use this one more. So I'm going to go ahead and place the larger ones on the outside the grid. I'm going to take this beautiful specimen and see if I can't make some room for it. Right here in the middle of commerce. Okay. There we go. So that is Golden Healer. Thank you, Vincent, Korakar, and Chris. Awesome. I think that touches on so much of what we needed today. Good call, Chris. Circulation. Let's bring in some Unikite. This helps all manner of women's health, hormones, fertility, healthy labor and delivery, motherhood, and good relationships. Great for addictions, especially smoking. Helpful too for circulation and movement of fluids throughout the body. And it's also a good stone for supporting healthy metabolism. There you go. I hope that helps, Shell Bell. Good to see you. If you fall asleep, Chris, I hope that you have a beautiful session. Requests for healing, protection, and positive productive connections. Let's do it. We're all on the same line here. Yeah, we've got all the good protective stones in there. We've got all the good attracting best people. Let's bring in some Mukite for you. I think this will help at least because we've got a lot of the protective stones, like all of them are in there. All of the productivity stones are in there. This does help motivation though. And so yeah, this is Mukite. This will also help the request earlier for like a sense of adventure. This is great for motivation, also connecting to nature. It's helpful for the thyroid, bloating, also helps circulation. And it's great for making decisions and also accepting change. Helps to boost the immune system and calm down digestion. And if anyone is struggling with bladder pain, this is thought to be really helpful. Mukite is a stone that also goes by the name Australia jasper. and it is quite wonderful. But yeah, lots of adventure and lots of motivation and all the productivity. So I think we got all the stones for you. So let me know if there's anything else I can do. We're running out of crystals. Oh, it's 9:30. That's why. And sure, Vicky. Yeah. You can email me through my website at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. You can send me a message through there. You can also send it Danielle at learnreikiphiladelphia.com. Either one. Peace. We might be able to do that. This stone just jumped into my hand. I don't know if this is you or just in general it needs to be here, but mahogany obsidian. Mahogany obsidian can help with releasing perfectionism, meeting goals, and also with vitality and strength. It's helpful too for carpal tunnel syndrome, teeth and gum pain, and skin healing. And it's wonderful for releasing anger, but also releasing any feeling of like a need for approval. It gives us a lot of reassuredness in ourselves. So this is mahogany obsidian. Let's put this. Let's actually put these here and here. There we go. So that's mahogany obsidian. And I actually don't have orange calcite. I have yellow calcite. But you're hearing orange. You're feeling orange. What else do we have? That's orange. Carnelian is in there. Yeah, actually, yeah, I don't have any other orange stones except sunstone. Let's do sunstone. Sunstone helps expand our vision of our own potential, and it helps with being recognized, noticed. It helps with luck, and also helps with marketing yourself if you work for yourself. Helps too with phobias and with bringing in a lot of career opportunities. Really helpful too with like if you're looking for a promotion or anything, and with protection from anyone that would exploit you around money. So if you're feeling orange, it could be this. I'm working on getting some more kinds of calcite, and I've been thinking about orange calcite, so I will definitely put that into consideration. So that is orange sunstone. Oh, page 544 in the melody book. Thank you. I'm going to look that up later. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I never would have found it. Okay. Well, thank you, Tabs. I will look into getting orange calcite though, because that's like one of the few that I don't have. And that's going to be helpful. So, oh, I'm glad, Vicky. Yeah, everybody here is amazing. We've really got lightning in a bottle with the amazing crew that shows up. Oh, thank you. My diligence to find that is inspiring. Thank you. Let's see. Okay. So I think I got everyone's requests except for Chris, and Patty still had a couple. If I missed your request, put it in the chat now. And if you need to use the lube before Reiki, now's a great time. So let's see. Looks like we got everything Patty requested except, let's see, Amazonite. Peridot helps with releasing guilt, anger, and jealousy. It also helps to bolster friendships. It's great too for breaking bad habits. Wonderful for digestive issues of all kinds, and wonderful too for breaking bad habits. So that is Peridot. There we go. Amazonite is lovely for the spine and spinal nerves, for calming and reassurance. It helps with self-care as well as self-respect, especially for self-care for folks who tend to think of everyone else first. And in general, this is just lovely, calming, helps with certain types of neurological issues too. So that is Amazonite. There we go. And manifestation quartz. Rose quartz helps with healing the heart center. This is one that can help you to not only rebalance the heart center and help you with support if you are just emotionally depleted, but this is an incredibly helpful stone if you are working towards opening up to better relationships, seeing yourself as lovable and deserving of a loving relationship. So that is rose quartz. Next is rhodonite. Rhodonite is really helpful for healing a broken heart, as well as helping to overcome any kind of old relationship kind of stuff that might be coming up. It's great for the lungs as well as allergies, asthma, anything autoimmune. Really helpful for overcoming issues around and insecurities. So very helpful for insecurities and also helpful for healing past emotional pain, especially if it's related to emotional abuse. So that is rhodonite. So let's put some of these around. And we'll balance out that rose quartz. Oh, Shellbell, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Zebra calcite's in there. Or zebra jasper, rather. I don't have zebra calcite. Oh, I'll add that to the list of things to buy, though. I came across that one, too, so I'll work on that. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to go into that part of the session where first I'm going to write a note to buy some orange calcite and some zebra calcite, because that's just what we're going to do. So, ow. There we go. So they're on the list. So if you've not been here before, we're about to head into the healing session. So I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and then how to make the most of your session. And then we're going to get into it. But before I do that, you can help me lift the energy of wherever you happen to be. It's a really simple practice, but it's really powerful. And it's simple enough by just thinking of all the things that you're grateful for. Just go ahead and reflect on all the things you're grateful for. That shifts energy powerfully. And if you happen to be up to it, go ahead and click that live chat button and enter those things into the chat so that we can put all the good positive vibes out there. Nothing that's too personal, of course. And then when I'm done explaining about the Reiki, we're going to get into the good vibes. One more thing before we move on. And I think that let's see. Yeah, Taps, that sounds like a beautiful thing. That's an awesome suggestion. Just putting that there. This is manifestation quartz, so consider this like the birthday candle on the grid. So if you have anything that you are manifesting, go ahead and put it out there to the universe, and it'll help get lifted up in this beautiful crystal, which we will make room for right there. Okay. So hit that like button if you haven't already, although I see you all have just been really diligent about that. Thank you. Okay, so what is Reiki? So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so happy that you are here with me. And if you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, which Sister Shiva joined us for this weekend. If you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. All of the information is there. You can find that link in the description, along with all the links for my social media and my newsletter. So Reiki is a word that in the West has come to almost be synonymous with energy healing. Specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. This particular method was created by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s of Japan, during a time when Japan was really going through some things. And definitely, if you were caught teaching anything that could even be misconstrued as a religion, hefty consequences indeed. So this particular method is deeply spiritual, yet completely secular. And I think that's why we love it so much in the West. The concept of energy at the foundation of this practice, for that, we're best to look at Shintoism, the indigenous spirituality of Japan that still flavors much of culture and society today. And in Shintoism, it's thought that everyone and everything is interconnected and interlinked, and that spirit, however you would define that, provides this beautiful, life-sustaining, soul-affirming energy. And that's what Reiki translates to, spiritually guided soul energy. That this energy is already running through me, you, everyone, and everything everywhere. And that this energy helps support our body, mind, and spirit to do all of the things that they already do for us, resilience and healing on an ongoing basis. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy and direct more of it to you to support your greater healing good on every level and every intention that you've set out. And the lovely thing is, all you need to do to receive it is simply be open to it. And by being here, you are. So that's it. I generally suggest that you find a nice comfy spot to sit up or lay down, and you're invited to close your eyes, get a blanket, and just sort of chill, even fall asleep. You don't need to focus on anything. You don't need to keep your mind clear. And in fact, you can do anything you like during the session. This is your time to use in a way that feels meaningful to you. So if you want to do some yoga, if you want to journal, if you want to throw some cards down for yourself, whatever it is, this time is for you. During this session, if you feel like you get distracted, or if you maybe just want to go a little deeper into the session, just take a deep breath in and out at any point in time, and you'll slowly sink back in. I will, as I send this healing, you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions rise up or get released. Mentally, you may be able to think about some things more clearly, or even hear your subconscious. And on a spiritual level, you may get some deep clarity, some wisdom, some intuition. You may also have a lovely healing nap, but your session will probably be the perfect blend of all of those things just for you right now. So during the session, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently through several different colors. At no point will it flash or strobe, and I'll turn the music up. If you would like to check out the musical creator, she is listed at the bottom of the description in the chat, or the thing down below. She's listed at the bottom. You can check out her channel. And because of those of you who are able to express some support to the channel, I'm able to purchase music from an actual musician to play on stream. And that's a big deal. So thank you for all of that love and support. So let's go ahead back in, take a look at that grid. By the way, at the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and out. And at that point, that's when I'm going to be able to re-engage with you in chat, answering any questions. And hearing any of your impressions if you feel inclined to share. Know too that if you are watching this on a delay, or if you are here live, if you ever do feel like you need some Reiki and I am not live, check out the past healing live stream playlist. The energy of Reiki is everywhere all the time, where I can only be in one place at one time. But guess what? It holds up. So you can go ahead and watch those videos at any time, and then we'll send the healing to you wherever you are, whenever you need them. And I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times, every darn week. So the whole list of my days and times is listed in the description below. But you can also subscribe with your notifications on, so hopefully you won't miss an opportunity, if YouTube decides to let you know that I'm going live. So thank you so much for being here. Let's head over to that beautiful grid that all of you inspired and get into the healing. Ooh, pretty. Let's see. Don't mean to make anyone nauseous here. There we go. That's much better. Hey, Jane. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Jane. I'm sorry, Jane and Jenny, for your loss. It's good to see you. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Oh, these are beautiful things in the chat. Thank you, everyone. Awesome. Beautiful. I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you. And of course, my kitties and this dope apartment. So let's all go ahead, get nice and relaxed. I'm going to send you some Reiki. I'll see y'all in 25 minutes. Enjoy your session. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Move your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, feel free to come back to your device. Let me know if you had any questions or if you wanted to share your experience. And thank you so much for being here with me today. Ooh, big yawn. Timothy Ammons, thank you so much. Wishing you healing dreams as well. You're so welcome, Shell Bell and Flower. Oh, you're welcome, Renee, Michelle, and Jenny. I feel more relaxed too. I was pretty relaxed to begin with, but definitely feel better now. Creative Diva, you're so welcome. Thank you for being here. You're welcome, Ninja4858. Tabs, lots of reflections on career path and options. Which was your intent today? Might have some first step ideas. I'm so glad to hear that. Awesome. Go ahead, write them down. We've got a new moon coming up. It's a potent one. You can already feel the energy kind of bubbling up from it. So, yeah. Good stuff. I'm so glad. This has been a very full and beautiful weekend for me. We did the 2 live streams Friday night. Saturday and Sunday I taught Reiki 1. One of you were there. And yeah, and now I'm here again. Tomorrow is Monday. Monday's usually my alleged day off, but I'm a Capricorn, so but yeah, tomorrow I get a full Reiki session sent to me in my bed. It's lovely. And I'm looking forward to it. So many big yawns. Awesome. Well, it looks like we're getting ready to wind things down soon. Yes, many blessings and sweet dreams. Well said, Shell Bell. Everyone, thank you so much for being here and for all of the support you've shown for me and for each other. That's even more important. Thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here with a heart full of gratitude for each and every single one of you. Next stream will be Tuesday at 8 p.m. as usual. And take care. I hope to see you again soon. And bye for now.